Welcome back to Ferocious Education. This is Zed. Today we're talking about Naked Brands Group as requested on my Twitter and Discord. So let's jump right into this one. So Naked Brand Groups, been a while. And today we've seen a little bit of a jump, and I'll explain every little bit of why. Some people might think that, well, it might be relating to a short squeeze that might or might have been happening with Clover Health. But it's not really that the case, because we're seeing here an increase of around 1637, at least for the day, while Clover Health had only 10%, which doesn't make sense. And so, no, this is not an evidence of short squeeze, but rather, latest news regarding the appointment of Mark Zierson, the Chief Financial Officer. So we do now have a new CFO, and the market is loving that. And so let's take a quick look into what this new CFO is all about. Let's read it out. So Mark has extensive experience with public companies finance as a corporate officer and an audit committee member. His executive career spans senior finance leadership roles with major ASX listed companies such as Coachler, Aristocrat, and Coca-Cola, Amatil, and Gottman Fiedler. Now, currently, he serves as a non-executive director and a chair of Audit and Risk Committee of Opel Limited and ASX listed AI technology business focused on life science. Previously, he was the non-executive director and chair of Respiri Limited, an e-health SaaS company, a non-executive chair and chair of Audit and Risk Committee of Orcado Limited, an SaaS-based technology company. Mark commenced his career with EY, working in a business advisory, tax, and management consulting. His most recent executive role including the Chief Financial Officer and Company Secretary for Wiseway Group Limited, who he successfully led through an IPO and listing on ASX, and the Chief Financial Officer of ASX-listed global medtech company Interest Technology Limited. Prior to this, Mark was a Director of Finance and IT for Asia Pacific of Coachler. He has a strong track record of delivering growth and improvement across multiple industry sectors, including medtech, health technology, consumer, and geographic across the Americas, Europe, Oceania. Mark has also worked extensively in Asia for more than 25 years. And so, big part of it is that the market is looking into a new CFO and they're rallying on this. Now, one thing that I do want to talk about today is the regaining of compliance, and I'll echo this one a little bit later. Now, they do have the minimum $1 bid compliance. They already reached that back in February 23rd. Currently, as we reach sub $1, when are they going to lose that compliance? So the basic indicator here is 30 consecutive business days under $1, and then they drop out of compliance. Now, currently, I did go towards the NASDAQ website, and I don't see any kind of information that might indicate that they're not actually basically meeting compliance. Now, before moving on forward, if you'd like to see more contents like this, make sure to scroll down below, click that like button, click on that subscribe button down here with the notification button on, and if you'd like to join a Discord, it's down below here. Join me on Discord, and I'll talk a little bit more about this one. It's totally free, and there's no commitments. And so let's move on a little bit towards institutional buyers. And we see here that nothing happened since Alt Global Holdings added some shares, and I did talk about that one just a tad before in my last video extensively, and how their holdings performed over the year. Now, Naked Brand Group itself, the short float seems to be somewhere below 10%. Let's say below 15%. It's not a short squeeze remnants or a formula in there, at least not for the time being. Now let's move on towards technical analysis. Now we can go ahead and start on a 1 week perspective, although keep in mind that a lot of these stocks have been sliding already, especially the value stocks. What we see here is that the 30 EMA is above the 10 SMA. While that might be a little bit troublesome, the MACD has gone negative towards a negative reversal already, and the current 50 SMA line is at 50 cents. So if it does drop below 50 cents, it's fully bearish in that sense. Now on Friday evening it did, and it started off below 50 cents in that sense. And then on a 1 day perspective, what we're seeing here is that current level is around 47 cents for the 200 SMA. 10 SMA is above 30 EMA, and that's where the most positive trading action zone reversals occur, and that's between 72 cents and 58 cents. So if it does jump within there, that might actually see a little bit of a bounce. The MACD is signaling a positive reversal possibility sometime in the next few days, depending on the action that it might receive in the next few days. Current volumes today wasn't that strong. The moving averages were still declining downwards, And the stochastic fast and stochastic slow seem to be a little bit nudging forward. It might actually signal that there might be another leg up for this one. So for this, let's take a look into Fibonacci retracements, sitting at 340 on the top and 70 cents on the bottom. And what we're seeing here, or sorry, 7 cents at the bottom. What we're seeing here is that the next resistance is the only one that seems to be somewhat important in the Fibonacci scale. Don't worry, we're going to go to price line action in a second. 85 cents seems to be the resistance, 134, 173, 212, 268, and 340. Now, in terms of price line action, we're seeing a very strong support currently sitting at 50 cents. Then below there, 46, and then 34, 29, and then 18 cents. Significant resistance is a very, very strong resistance currently, 57 cents. Now, even with this jump, it still hasn't broken that resistance. Above there, 65 cents. Above there, strong one at 73, 89, 105, 115, 137, 151, and 167. Comes to the question to Ed, what do you think about this one? Here's the thing with this one. It has a lot of potential, it has a lot of cash. What it needs to do is communicate with the investors. If the investors don't know what the next plans are and things are a little bit quiet, investors start to worry. And they need to communicate better with their plans for the e-commerce with the investors for this one to continue seeing prospective growth. Now, a quick thing here. You're looking into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25 days, business days under $1. Now, they're only 5 business days away from having to break above that $1, otherwise they will lose their compliance. And that's a risky thing because a reverse split would be imminent at that level. And you know what comes in after a reverse split? A drop in price. They can't raise more shares in the market, and they need to really focus into putting in more PRs. And it looks like the market is very eager to hear PRs. Every time a PR comes up, even early on in April, around this region here, it jumped because investors are anxious and they want to know more. And I hope that they do deliver on that. What do you think about this sticker? Make sure to mention down in the comments below. Share, subscribe, and like, and have a wonderful day. Now, if you made it this far into the video, I do recommend that you go ahead and join our Discord server. There's a lot of amazing folks in here. We do a lot of discussions here into the trading floor throughout the day. A lot of people are in there, and we do ask questions. You can ask me any question you would like on there. We do post research and DDs, and we hold weekly chat sessions. And we also do have a lounge in there. So make sure to actually join that and join the fun there. Have a wonderful day and a good one.